Hi, welcome to the Pajama Mama, where we help moms and dads fire the boss and hire the kids. Yay! Hey, everybody out there, how you doing today? It is Elon Beaumont, the Pajama Mama, and I am in the business of helping mom and dads become mompreneurs and dadpreneurs so they can stay home, raise their children, and live a great life with online businesses and also on offline businesses. And also what I am very good at doing is I am a consumer advocate, and I investigate sometimes online and offline businesses. And today we're going to inform you that innovative Capital Strategies Incorporated, run, founded, and owned by Thomas Montgomery, MHA, MBA, is a fraudulent company. It is a scam company that basically preys on minorities and also poor people in order to basically educate them about how to give them money so that they can become rich and ruin their whole entire credit experience. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this company is also known as Contrarian. Let me get my notes here. Capital LLC. They just now updated their website as of January the 24th. They run, but they can't hide because they're messing with the wrong individual here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to expose them for who and what they are. Thomas Montgomery preys and is a predatory credit and business literacy scam artist, con artist, aka. He owns another company called Business Credit Literacy Initiative. He did this particular program underneath that umbrella also. And that's what they do. So that's why I want you to make clear about his name. I want you individuals that are investigating this company that makes a lot of claims. And I'm going to share my story and what I experienced from this company. And I'm very astute as far as financing is concerned. You guys know my story of going from homeless mom to a millionaire in 18 months. And from that experience, I will first be able to admit to you I was financially illiterate, busy running a business, but knew nothing about money. So I got a quick education. I even at one time, I got my securities license. I also was a mortgage consultant. I, in addition to that, bought a credit repair company. In addition to that, formulated a company that was in the business of basically helping people build business and credit repair. And this was something like, we're talking about 2006. So we're talking about we're in 14 years ago. So, in a nutshell, planning on getting back into the business. My kids are grown and the like, and I want to get back into the business of helping people, being a consumer advocate, to help people build their credit as well as their business credit so they can flourish in life. Because, they say cash is king and credit is queen. But now the script has flipped. It is now credit is going to be king. Right now, you can't get a job without credit, a good credit score, okay? Insurance, a good job. Let me be clear. A good job without a good credit score. Good prices on insurance without a good credit score. Experience as far as getting, and I'm talking about insurance, homeowners insurance. I'm talking about life insurance. I'm talking about car insurance, okay? I'm talking about important things that can cost us a lot of money. And the lower your credit score, you're going to pay a whole lot more if you are poor, okay? And so the reality of the situation is that it is imperative that you build up your credit score. And so I have been working diligently over the last couple of years, building my credit score up to a 803. I've never had an 803 FICO score. I'm all excited. I'm ready to get back into the game as far as, building my personal business credit so that I can get funding so I can help my businesses flourish and prosper. Doing the same thing for my son. He's 19 years of age. We started building his credit history years ago, and we had him up to, the highest he's been at so far was a 756 FICO score. Okay, so we're right there and around that range. So we basically was introduced to this company from watching a webinar from Estella McCoy out of the Houston, Texas area. And so it really looked good. It really sounded good. You know, she professes the fact that, you know, God had brought this company to her, that, you know, she found out about it from another gentleman, and that, you know, she had already been involved with the company. She's got 3 rounds, that it was very successful for her. So of course it would be successful for me. Now, she even backed up with the claim that she was an expert as far as credit repair is concerned too. So I'm trusting this woman. She's an older woman like me. I'm 54. I'm sure she's around about 54, 55, 56, whatever the case may be. And so in a nutshell, you know, I'm trusting that this woman knows what she's talking about. So, let me be clear. Let me say this again. This is a webinar in regards to, I'm going to make this Innovative Capital Strategies Incorporated, aka Business Credit Literacy Initiative, aka Contrarian Capital LLC. I want you guys to fully understand this, because Thomas Montgomery is going to, out of Mineola, Texas. He just now changed the address to Taylor, Texas. Okay, so don't get it twisted. Add up the dots, put the link in. Do not, I repeat, do not get involved with this company as far as basically helping you build your personal and business credit so that you can build your business. Do not get involved with this company as far as becoming an affiliate, as far as becoming a branch manager, as far as becoming I think it's called the sales state director. Okay, scam, not true, no legitimacy, no validity to this. And he's charging you hundreds of thousands of dollars for this so-called title that, like I said, has no credibility at all. Okay, it's not even worth that. You can easily set up your business for less than $100 and get rocking and rolling and started and doing what this gentleman is doing and scamming you about. Okay, let's be very clear about that. Okay. In addition to that, do not get involved with this company. It's called TCR, and it's basically a company, a division of another company that he aligned himself with. And I'm not going to throw these companies underneath the bus. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. But I do know that Thomas Montgomery are promoting these other companies as a referral, and he's double dipping, meaning that he is charging you the same price as these other companies that are actually doing the work, and he's making off scot-free without doing any work with a lot of money, particularly your money. And then more importantly, he is, let me get back to my story, because I really want to get clear about this. If this goes too long, hey, look, I'm saving you guys. There are people out there right now that are $25,000 in the hole, $30,000 in the hole, $16,000 in the hole. I could tell you some real bad stories. So you want to stick around and you want to listen, but more importantly, don't press go. Don't collect $200. Do not get involved with this company, Innovative Capital Strategies Incorporated, at all, or Thomas Montgomery in any shape, form, or fashion that is located in the tech state of Texas. I don't care what city he goes to, but he is affiliated in the state of Texas. Okay, do not associate yourself with him at all, and immediately pass go. Go to the Facebook group page created by Norma Johnson, and it's called Innovative Capital Strategies Incorporated. Is a fraud support group. We're there with tons of information to help you get out of this ridiculous so-called terms and condition contract. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now what you need to do as far as that is concerned if you find yourself there, to get out of it right away. I was able to get out of the contract, and right now I have claim disputes with all the credit card companies that I have recently received based upon another company helping me build my credit and get it to the next level. And I charged my service from Thomas Montgomery's company, Innovative Capital Strategies, on these credit cards. And I right now have a dispute open, and all these credit card companies have refunded the money back to me so that I do not have to pay this absolutely fraudulent bill. Okay, so let me continue by saying to you this. Okay, in a nutshell, I watched this video presented to me by a branch manager of this company. Sounded absolutely good. Over the telephone, she informed me that she was going to waive her fee as a branch manager if I came on board and paid the application fee. But what she did not share with me was that there was a terms and conditions part of this agreement. And I purchased this over the telephone, including my son. He separately talked to her and gave her his information, and we agreed to it over the phone. But what she didn't tell me was that, first of all, there was a $300 non-refundable application fee. Number one, she did not tell me that verbally. She did not tell me that in writing. She did not tell me that electronically. Okay. She did not record the call, and neither did I, which I should have done. And so that's for you for future reference. If you have the capability, do that so that when you present yourself to the credit card company, you got proof and verification. And what's in your favor, because they did not inform you, it's their responsibility. It is their business. And it's supposed to be, listen to me, it's supposed to be a not-for-profit organization and company, minority owned, headed by a woman-based business. This is how scammy this white man is. It's owned by a white male who maybe used his wife or used some other woman in order to justify claiming that it's a woman-owned business. And this is what Caucasian white men do in America. They take advantage of these minority programs that were set up for the disadvantaged, particularly for African Americans. That's another conversation, which majority of that should come to us, for the racism and economic institutionalized racism that existed as far as we are concerned in America. We are due our pay for the free labor that we gave for over 400 years. So these wonderful programs were created, but they were created with ambiguity in the language so that other people could benefit except us. Okay? That's another conversation. Anyway, let me get back to the story at hand, okay? And I say this with a lot of love, because once I finish this conversation, I'm done. I'm sending off my information to ripoffreport.com, which I suggest you do if you have any experience with them and they have robbed you of your money and your funds. In addition to that, I'm filing a report with the Better Business Bureau, which they claim they have an A- report, and a lot of them use these scam things. What they are depending on, ladies and gentlemen, that you and I are too busy. We lack the education. They're depending on that we lack the time and energy to do that. Okay, that's why they prey on African American women, and African American women are 7% of the household. We are busy. We're running families by ourselves with no male support, anything of that nature. We're running businesses. We're running our lives. We don't have time. Like right now, I don't even have time to be here. I've spent all day when I'm trying to build my 6- and 7-figure business, trying to take care of this. But the reason why I'm here, because people have suffered even more than I have, and he has ruined people's credit. He has robbed people of money that they don't even have. And I can't imagine, it's my obligation to share this information with you and other people that are out there, because I cannot even fathom going through that without having any recourse. You know, especially since I have taken the last 7 years to bring my FICO score back to 803. It was tanked already to 500. It's been all over the place. And this is the highest it has ever been. And to watch this man come into my life and try to ruin it after I've spent my blood, sweat, and tears to get back to the next level because of his greed and his lack of respect for himself and his people, his community, his race, and this country called the United States of America. Life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness for all people, ladies and gentlemen. And since this whole thing has happened, you know, people have really bastardized this capitalist society and world and giving it a bad name. Capitalism is alive and well, and the American dream is out there for each and every one of them. It's these fruit, rotten apples that are trying to ruin it for all of us. And we have to take charge, take our power back, and confront them with tough love and make sure that the truth will set not only us free, but them free to do the right thing. And that is why I am here talking to you today. So back to my story at hand. In a nutshell, She did not provide me with that information, which was very important as far as she clicked off the terms and condition. So I'm absolutely clueless. Make a long story short, I was referred to another company via Thomas Montgomery, and they did all the work for me. I paid the bill with that company. All of a sudden, 2 days later, I get a bill from him. And it wasn't really a bill as much as a threat. And it basically said to me that since you received your funds, you are now responsible to pay the 9.5% for the performance fee, as well as the $2,500 refundable fee if you complete the $1,000 K credit business building program. I'm shocked. It totaled up to $6,110 when I just not got finished paying close to $3,000 with this other company. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So I called Thomas Montgomery, and he informed me, and he said, yes, you did sign an agreement in regards to this 9.5%. It was in the contract, as far as this is concerned. So I'm thinking contract. And ladies and gentlemen, I am busy. So for a brief time, I gave him the benefit of the doubt, as far as this contract that I had signed. I said, let me look back to that. And more importantly, I reconnected and I contacted Estella McCoy to get some backup here about what was going on here. I've been out of the loop for quite some time. I even think that, I'm going to be disputing in the future these basic. We got Bank of America. We've got Chase. We've got Wells Fargo giving out credit cards and charging what we used to call back in the day. Like I said, I'm 54. Back in the day, we used to call 20% and 25% and 30% and 26% on credit card loans as loan sharking, as predatory lending type of rates. And this is the norm now. I mean, these legitimate companies are actually presenting. They give you that 1 year, 0% initial, but then at the second year, you're paying in the teens. It's amazing me that this is allowed today to go on, but like I said, I've become now, unbeknownst to me, but out of necessity comes ingenuity, a consumer advocate for this credit industry, for the average man and womankind, because these are outrageous rates. There's no way in God's earth you can build wealth when you're sitting there paying more for the money than it's worth, in a nutshell. And we know a dollar's not backed by the gold anymore, and it's worth very little today, okay? So that's another conversation. Anyway, back to the story at hand. So I'm like appalled. So, she said, oh, no, Elon, yes, this is right. And she's made it seem like, okay, yeah, this is the norm. Yes, I paid this rate. Yes, this is correct. Yeah, I got credit funding. So I said, well, maybe let me be open to this, because I'm already shocked that you got Chase and Wells Fargo charge you 26 and 20% on business cards and personal cards and the like. And that is the norm. And these are the quote unquote reputable mainstream society, Fortune 500 companies or 1,000 companies that are out there that are doing this. So maybe it's okay for the small little guy to be doing the same thing too. But once again, I did my due diligence. So I contacted the company that actually did the credit and business building funding initiative for me. And they were shocked. They couldn't believe it. And the first thing they told me, wait a minute, hold on. She contacted this guy. She contacted that guy. They came back and told me that's double dipping, because basically he had referred them to me, so he gets a referral fee, which I knew. That's what I thought. That's why I don't worry about contacting him and letting him know how much I received, because you get a referral fee. So not only was Thomas Montgomery getting paid a referral fee from referring me, but also he was charging me the same amount of what they were charging me to do the credit building that they had done for me. And the other key thing, I want you to get this. He lied and he insinuated, because the main goal was for me to basically build my credit so that I would qualify for a very reasonable SBA loan by the government that would be at 2%, and it would be a term of about 10 years that I would have the opportunity to pay off. If you do that, you're paying less for your money. Money is a commodity. So the lower the interest rate, the less you're paying for it, the more you have the chance to build wealth and riches for yourself. But the higher you pay for it, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40%, no, the only person that's making money is the credit card companies. The only person that's making money are the lenders, okay? So, and you're the person that's becoming poor, and you're like a doggone rat on a bloody Ferris wheel in the rat race, okay, trying to get to the next level. So in a nutshell, they were appalled. They were surprised. It took them 4 hours to contact me back. They contacted him, and of course he lied. Of course, because he informed me, the reason why I even contacted him, because he informed me that he was leaving the company and that they were going to take everything in the house, and he was going to have anything to do with this other credit card, with this other credit agency, repair agency, whatever you want to call it. And so they're alarmed because basically he's shuffling money up underneath them. So of course he probably lied to them, and he told them. So anyway, the gentleman contacted me back, and he told me what had happened, and I informed him, no, that was not the deal. This is what had transpired and happened. Now, I will admit, the other man tried to handle it the best way that he can and tried to skirt his way out of it, but I skirt his way back into it because I know my rights. Okay, the consumer advocate rights against predatory lending, predatory credit cards, etc. And these agencies, we must support them because they are definitely supporting them, and they are definitely in need because there are plenty of people out there that are trying to scam you. He is one of thousands of companies that are out there, and they prey on particularly African American men and women, particularly women. Because African American women are out there, we're working it. We're getting our college degrees, we're opening up businesses than any other group that's out there, and they're preying on us. And that's the main reason why I'm out there, because hello, I am an African American woman, and I can't have this happen to my other black divas that are out there right now. So that's why I am really talking to you, okay? The reality of the situation is, even though I knew this information, I knew enough to know that I was being scammed. I knew enough to know how to correct this situation. Now, I'm not out of the woods yet, and that's why I'm sharing this information with you, because I have a claim dispute out there, and it takes 30 to 60 days for it to go through. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to win, and that's why I tell you why I'm going to win. Because, number one, they did not tell me over the phone, in writing, verbally, or electronically. They did not inform me, and I did not sign anything to that nature at all. I was not told about it, and nor did I give them permission. And because of that, that is considered credit card fraud. Okay, they fraudulently, without my permission, she checked that off. Okay, and she had no right to do that. So now she's in violation, and she did something that's legal. And as long as Thomas Montgomery owns that company, he's responsible for her actions. Okay. It's all wrong, it's fraudulent. In addition to that, Thomas Montgomery claims to be an ex-college professor and also an ex-employee of the SBA, and that he is in charge of a 501c3 government-funded program by the SBA to help individuals become credit and business building literate so that they can basically afford to one day be able to qualify and receive an SBA loan. That's what's on his website. That is what he's verbally stated. That is what he's done in various Chamber of Commerce meetings and meetups with other individuals. Okay. And it's not ironic that majority of these are churches, black organizations and groups, black sororities and fraternities. Majority of us are populated, and like I said, they prey on us because they're depending on us not to do anything about it. They're preying on us to not to feel stupid that, somebody had gotten over and scammed, so we're not going to tell anybody. No, you're not stupid for trusting people when they have all of the bells and whistles. He had the academics behind him. He was not lying about the SBA employment. Okay, so he scammed out and also scammed out the woman-owned business. So when you see woman-owned business, when you see not-for-profit, you get the impression these people are not in the business of making money. They're in the business to help serve the community and people and help them be able to live the American dream, right? Okay. So he did all the right scamming things to do in order to manipulate and control us. But that's okay. It's no shame in my game as far as schooling you about it, because I was able to stop the wheels, and basically all of the charges were totally reverted back. I got credited for them. And do you know, right after, that's why I really want him out of business, right after the funds were returned to me, he had the audacity to contact me and to encourage me to pay this fraudulent invoice bill. again. Still trying. After this whole incident, in addition to that, let's get on the phone and let's talk with me and Stella so we can discuss this thing. Look, we discussed this before. Do not communicate with them because they will record the call, and they have the wherewithal, because they're professional scam artists, to twist your words to benefit them so they can get out of the precarious situation that they are legally in now. So do not communicate with them any further. You are not a lawyer, and I am not a lawyer, and I'm not going to pretend to be. But I'm smart enough to use the credit card lawyers that are hired by these credit card companies to prey on and look out for these scam artists and fraudulent credit card fraud folks, to make sure that we are protected and that they protect their companies. So you send their lawyers to them. That's the benefit of having credit cards, and that's what they promote, is that the credit card companies will support you, and you use their lawyers to come down on these fraudulent credit card agency companies that are in existence, okay? So make a long story short, ladies and gentlemen, that's where I'm at right now. This is what I want you to know about, and that is the Innovative Capital Strategies Incorporated is a fraudulent company. They are a scam artist that tried to scam me out of $6,110. I had all those funds reverted back on my account. I am in good standing as of today. But let me share a couple of stories, true stories with you, that people are part of this Facebook group called Innovative Capital Strategies is a fraud group. And if you are one of those people, please come and join. We need over 100 people. We need over 100 complaints. I want everybody to go out there and complain to put out a complaint, put out a review, put out a scam. This is a Innovative Capital Strategies Incorporated review too. And to share with you, it is a bona fide scam. I'm not trying to play games with you. And I know a lot of people in the internet marketing industry, I'm in it, will put up scam and to clickbait you. This is not a clickbait at all. I'm not here to tell you that they are a good company at all and that they will serve you well. I'm here to tell you they are not a good company, and they are going to scam you out of your money, and more importantly, they are going to ruin what little credit that you have. And more importantly, their claim that they're going to take your pitiful FICO score of 500, 600, and they're going to bring it up to the 800 FICO score so you can qualify for SBA is a scam too. And even if they're going to charge you $25,000 for that, $25,000 with these questionable tactics to get you an 800, a 750 FICO score and $100,000, and you're going to pay $25,000 for that. Trust me, you can do that on your own. May take you a little bit more time, whatever the case may be, but you definitely want to do it on. If anything, you get somebody else to do it for a whole lot cheaper than that. And that's why I'm really bringing him out, because he's ruining people. So this is what he did with this one African-American woman. He, number one, after he got her into becoming a branch manager, after he got her into participating in this program, he basically charged her credit. She got approved for a credit card for $18,000. He sent her an invoice for $21,000. And he said that they'll work with her for the other $3,000. She's at the limit on a credit card. If you know anything about building credit, you cannot go over 30% because of the debt to income ratio. Debt to credit ratio. You can't do that. So he's already ruined her before she even started to get her credit back up to key condition. So then she got another card in for $5,000. So then he went and sent her invoice for another $3,000 for the $5,000 that she got. So basically, if she had adhered and paid this particular invoice bill, she would have $2,000 of credit to use. But in the meantime, she's used more of the credit value on the credit card that the FICO score is going to tank whatever that's supposed to go up. This is what I'm talking. It's ludicrous. And then in addition to that, with a lot of people who paid the $300 trying to back out of the contract, and we do it. We click on the link and things of that nature. We don't go to the other page, and that's what the scamming is all about. Because how can you charge? That should be a contractual agreement when you are charging people 9.5%, and more importantly, you're not even giving the final numbers that are calculated for whatever funding that they receive. It's just totally arbitrary. And the ambiguous language of a performance fee. What does that mean? What type of performance did you do? And especially when you can prove that you didn't do it and he didn't do it. Okay? But this is why I couldn't sleep. I was trying to, work it out. I did perform people. I did help. A lot of people came into the group and it was like, thanking me. A lot of people were going to join as a branch manager and pay $100,000 for what? For nothing. They could get for $100, okay? Get a business license and you're in business. All right? A couple of things for, being responsible for that. And I saw him put in another diva on this particular Facebook site. She basically stated that he sent her a note saying, okay, fine. If you don't go through this credit and business building program, you're still responsible for the $9,500 because of the terms and conditions. That's not terms and conditions. That's a contractual agreement. I'm back to that again. Totally fraudulent. Totally out of source. But that's what they do. They try to scare you in tactics, and they depend on you not investigating and doing your due diligence because you can't afford to do your diligence. You can't afford to hire a lawyer. By the time you hire a lawyer to take care of everything, you done pay for the so-called fee that you owe them, and they know that you can't afford it because they know you don't have any credit. And that's why you ain't got no money to be able to do that. And that's what he is depending on. He's depending on your ignorance. He's depending on your lack of capital. He's depending on your lack of time. But we're going to find the time, we're going to find the capital, we're going to find the energy, we're going to find the money, and more importantly, you're going to be smart. You're going to borrow other people, use those other credit card companies, lawyers, and let them pay them in order to fight for you. And that's the privilege of having credit cards. There's some good and there's some pros as far as credit cards are concerned, and that's one of them. And I'm using that to the hilt. And I suggest you do the same thing too. So the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to dispute the $300 so-called non-refundable application fee with Innovative Capital Strategies Inc. And once you do that, immediately it's it null and voids the so-called terms and condition agreement of the 9.5% and a $2,500 refundable deposit that you supposedly must pay. And it exonerates you from those other programs of $25,000 in order to build your capital. And also the other program as far as $100,000 that you have to pay in order to, quote unquote, become a branch manager for Innovative Capital Strategies Incorporated. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this information. I hope you go out there and educate yourself and educate other people about their power to the people. I can't stress it to you, because now we're in the business of saving people's credit and saving people's financial lives. You get credit. You get a business. You get a business. You get a credit. You get a phenomenal life because you deserve it. Now go out and take action and contact the Better Business Bureau. Contact the consumer protection agencies. Contact online rip-off report. Go out there and do a report, which I have just now completed right now. I'm sending in this video. I'm sending in correspondence, notes, and everything to them. I'm sending in their AKAs. I am sending in their new address that they just now put up in 2020 of January 24th, which is in Tyler, Texas. So look out for it. Go to Innovative Strategies LLC, and more importantly, go give them a bad review on Google. Give them a bad review on Yelp, etc., if they are deserving of it, because that's the next thing I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure that the public knows that they are a scam company that preys on minorities and disadvantaged individuals. And another term that they can always come up with on a consistent daily basis, okay? Peace, hetapu, namaste. Have a fantastic day. I will see you at the top, over the top, more importantly, ching ching. The pajama mama will see you at the bank. Bye-bye for now. Next time email, I'm going to have some better information for you in order to make money and have a great life with your family, friends, and loved ones. That's another reason I'm out there, because these individuals are moms and dads, and they have kids and they have families that they have raised. They can't afford this, and they don't deserve this. We deserve the very best. Like I said, the American dream is alive and well. And I want you to get your piece of the American apple pie. I see you at the top, everybody. Bye-bye for now.